Hi there, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is Terraria. Right, I've set my spawn point back to my home base because I need to head off to hell. I, for some reason, can never ever see that door. I don't know if I need to change the door or... I need to talk to the painter bloke. Colour the door in. Anyway, I now have in a chest here, I've got the Blade of Grass, I've got the Muramasa, and I've got the Light's Bane sat there. I need to now make the Firey Greatsword, and I can combine all of those to make Knight's Edge. But I only have 9 Hellstone bar, which I do not believe is enough. No. So I need to head off down into hell and get some of that stuff. And just because this is funny, I'm fairly sure you were there when I found a chest statue. I've swapped back to the Sun Fury for the moment, by the way, in terms of violence. But I have hooked this up to... This is such a stupid idea. I've hooked it up to the... Oh, I'm gonna die! So I can make mimics whenever I want. I really shouldn't, because mimics are really dangerous. They're really a hard mode monster. Come on. Not getting much out of it. Anyway, so I can make mimics whenever I feel the need, which I really shouldn't because it's just going to get me killed on a regular basis. Can I have a quick chat to Mr. Painter? Oh, did I just do that? Yeah, probably did. Do you actually have any paints? Brown paint. Let's get some red paint. Well, I think I did in fact colour the door, but the only thing that actually gets coloured is... Yes, I in fact coloured the door. Okay, hang on. Because there's actually, if you think about it, there's 3 blocks to a door. Where was it? Red paint, was it? Where's my paintbrush gone? I haven't chucked it, have I? I am astonished by my ability to just lose things. Yeah, I've chucked it. I presume I had it selected like this when I was talking to the... Oh, that's interesting. And yes, I suppose that makes sense because it's 3 by 2. So I need another 2 paints. And then I'll have a red door. Yeah, so that's a bit more visible. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Chuck that back in there. That'll do. Now I've also purchased a safe. In fact, I bought 2 safes. I always like having one actually at the base. And we'll probably no longer need that piggy bank, but I like having that there. That actually contains 2 wood platforms and a piggy bank, so that I can always place the piggy bank where I need it. So instead of taking up 2 inventory slots, one for the piggy bank and one for the safe, I just use the safe. Admittedly, I'm using up one of the safe, 2 of the safe slots, but it's all about what takes up less in this inventory here. That's what's important. Oh, look at all those fire blossoms! See, that's brilliant. Sweet. And I will place the fire blossom somewhere. Might have to start up a dedicated alchemy place. Well, actually, no. I'll keep the fire blossom on me. I'll hope to find some fire blossom downstairs, so I might as well keep that up. So down into the depths we go. Try to get rid of a lot of these platforms because they really are not necessary anymore. Quickly make sure I've got my horseshoe, which I do, so I can just fall into the depths. It's very dark. That's better. It's actually perfectly light. It's just that my camera doesn't see it that way. Should also place some torches. There we go. So, I am after Hellstone. Now, if I'd been clever, I believe we established that I'm not. I'd have got my obsidian skin potions, but it does not matter because my obsidian potions are in fact nearby, I think. Obsidian skin potions. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take one of those. The problem is I can't really see what's going on. And also, I can theoretically run out of it, and no, it seems to be alright actually. I don't seem to be running out of air at all. Which I kind of thought I might do. Which I don't know if that's a factor of the obsidian skin potion, or you can just breathe lava. Where am I? I can barely see where I am. So I need to desperately need to keep count of when I'm going to run out of obsidian skin, because I will just die if I'm not careful. Which will suck a little bit. I mean, you know, it's probably not the worst thing that could happen. Well, dying is pretty unpleasant. But you know, I do instantly get back home, which is nice. Where am I? You know, I think I'm going to not go this deep. Where am I? I? Oh, I'm here. Okay. Keep an eye on the old timer. Oh, this is like one of the more ridiculous things I've done. Just casually, you know, digging in the lava. Nothing exciting to see here. Just, you know, way down in the lava. Okay, I don't know where I am. Oh no, I can just about see myself. I don't know what happens if I fall off the edge, but I don't think I want to find out. Arrgh. Okay. Right, that's it. I'm not doing anymore. However, what I will do, I'm going to take a Spelunker potion. I'm going to go for a walk, see what I can find. Some fire blossom, good. I can safely kill that guy because... Oh. I could safely kill that guy because he did not have a voodoo doll on him. I've actually been along this way, haven't I? So I might need to go quite a distance before I get anywhere useful. Oh, that was really very bad. Thank goodness for my climbing claws, amongst other things. So there's gold and stuff up there, but... Ooh. I'll take that. Right. Basically all sorts of pots and things down here. What I particularly like is a shadow chest. They have the bestest loot in them. So that would be particularly nice to have. Well, there's also fire blossom to grab, so grab some of that. Yeah. Oh, more fire blossom. So I'm just going to light some torches as I go. Try not to get myself falling into lava, because that would suck. Not seeing any chests here. Oh, no, but you know, there's more off to that side, so let's go have a look. Oh, I'm just failing at the minute. I should check how much Hellstone I've got. The Hellstone gone. Okay, 106. That should be enough. Oh shit, shit! Well, so I've got 3 minutes where I don't have to be quite so careful. I got killed anyway. Oh well, never mind, eh? Right, let's go see if I in fact have got enough. For all of that. Oh, that's right, I need obsidian. You can't make Hellstone bar on its own, you need obsidian. Fortunately, I have quite a lot. That should be enough. So that's one Firey Greatsword. Might as well put the rest of it there. I don't know if I'm ever going to need Hellstone ever again, but you know, I have some, so that's it. That's nice. Right, so grab all these. Put my fire blossom in here. I really do need to make an alchemy station at some point. Chuck those back in. There we go. And you need a demon altar to make the Knight's Edge. Knight's Edge 40. See, you go up to like 49 melee damage. I mean, okay, it's average speed as opposed to very fast speed, but 49 melee. Legendary. Holy bull. I think I'll go legendary. I like that. That was very fortunate. Gonna see if there's I think legendary is as good as you can get. So I'm just gonna have a quick check of that. Well, actually, why am I bothering with this? I can just go home because I've got a magic mirror. This is still obviously really, really dangerous. Oh, wow. Wow. I notice I'm not getting any drops from it. I wonder if that's because it's a hard mode monster, and so its drops aren't. Well, it may also be just be that it's a. No, I got something out of that. I got a heart thing out of it. So I'm gonna get killed. I'm not careful. Yeah, not getting any drops out of it. But I'm just the occasional kind of heart thing. I wonder if it's because its drops are. Ooh, that's entertaining. Wow. Right, I'm just gonna quit out the. Not quit out the game. There we go. I just minimized it, maximized it again. That was exceedingly weird. I don't know what that was. Right, so I now have a Knight's Edge, and I can actually murder things pretty well. I can even kill. Wow, that is actually quite impressive. I can even kill mimics reasonably well. Whew. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep the Sun Fury for no good reason. It's not a material. It's not like any of the others. It's not like those four swords that I just transformed into the Knight's Edge. It doesn't. You can see it doesn't come up as material, which means that it can't be used to make other things. Best modifier for Light's Bane is legendary. I've got the best Light's Bane I could have. This is pleasing to me. So the question is now, what next? I am going to start thinking in terms of hard mode soon. But then, to be perfectly honest, I want to do some prep before I go into hard mode. Like a really, I mean, there's specific prep I'm going to need to do before I go into hard mode. Apart from anything else, I should quarantine both sides. I should quarantine the corruption here and here. So you've got the elevator on either side, on one side, but actually dig underneath it and just completely quarantine it. Especially because I want to make sure that the underground dungeon is safe. The underground jungle is safe, because the underground jungle has also some important and useful things. Is that more corruption? That's more corruption. And yeah, I've got more corruption over here. I may actually want to purify at least that bit to help protect the ocean on that side. Any more corruption over this way? There's that one. Yeah, there's only the one corruption over that side. Yeah, so that's 3 lots of corruption I need to quarantine. And when I hit hard mode, I mean, I also want to set up a proper arena, maybe down here, or maybe I'll do some more dungeoning, and start so I can start from one side or the other, and have a nice big long arena to fight the Wall of Flesh on. So there's preparation there that needs to be done. Finding the last few floating islands would be quite nice. That would be just pleasant rather than useful. Yeah, so I think I really am in prepare for hard mode kind of stage at the minute. Finishing off my underground minecart. I just clicked away from the game there for a moment. Finishing my underground minecart. I've started over here, so I'm going to want to finish that and go over, so I've got it all the way across. And potentially have it actually be a minecart. Because I've only actually minecarted this much. I need to minecart quite a lot if I'm going to do it. Have a stop there, and then that way I can get across the screen quite quickly. Maybe do more dungeon. But I think I've got all the actual individual things I want out of the dungeon. I mean, there's always more gold and more fun things. But I think I've got all the things. I think I've done as much of the dungeon as I need to do. I mean, you can always do more if you want. So I want to continue that until I meet up with that one. Right. So I think what I'll do, and when I get to hard mode, there are other NPCs. I want to set up some more NPC housing. I've only got the one spare house at the minute. If I decide that I'm never going to spawn ever again, if I'm only ever going to spawn in bed, that was not what I meant to do. Then I can get rid of this little thing here. That's purely because that's my spawn chunk. And if I appear there, then I break the wall. That's why that's there. Right, I'm going to actually use this. Because she's down there and that's really aggravating. Of course, it's going to pick everyone but her. Come on. There we go. A king statue would be quite nice to find, so I can do the same to my male NPCs. So what I think I'm going to do right this second is I'll head over to the corruption at this end and dig a hole. I should have brought my stone brick with me, my grey stone brick with me, because I want to line that all with brick. But I can still, it's quite nice. I can, even if I can't minecart my way across here, I can still do quite well. Yes! One shot, one kill! At least when it comes to zombies, anyway. Splat! Splat! I like me Night's Edge, it's lovely. Right, so I want a nice large amount of space here. Yeah. I don't particularly care about how pretty this bit is. I'm not particularly interested in carving away, any of the actual ebon stone. That's not a particular concern of mine. I'm quite happy for there to be ebon stone here. That thing where it doesn't actually let you change your weapon when you think you have changed your weapon. I was thinking, why is the Night's Edge not destroying this zombie immediately? It's because it's not actually going to the Night's Edge. It's still making me use my completely pants pickaxe. Well, it's a lovely pickaxe. It's just not what you want to fight with, really. And this water is going to get aggravating. Just going to quarantine all this area here. Obviously, you know, when actual hard mode starts, there is the kind of the addition of that huge big X of material. And so once I do get into hard mode, I'm going to have to go looking for that and then quarantine that off. Again, with a very specific view to making sure the underground jungle, at the very least, is as safe as I can make it. Actually, there is another thing I remember now, that it suggests that I go search the underground jungle for quite a lot of things. There's like a nest, a beehive, I think is the one you want. Because there are bee-related things that are harder to get if you do them later. So I want to find the beehive and kill a queen, I think. I'll have to look that up. There we go. Get rid of all this nonsense. Nice big gap. So the nasty corruption can't do anything mean. My main world, or my original world that I played way back when I first started on Terraria, is now 42% corrupt, and it's just such a pain and such a long, slow process to do anything about it. I'm finding it very difficult to get the motivation, even though I've got a really good drill and I can mine stuff really quickly, and I've got the clantaminator, so I can just kind of very quickly change you know, really large swathes of horrible corruption into nice, lovely, ordinary stone. But, you know, you do this huge section, you do this, you know, like a whole screen, you know, many, you know, screens worth of stuff. And then you go back to the Dryad and you say, oh, what's the percentage? It's up, 42. You have not, in fact, made a dent. And it's rather depressing. So, starting out on a world, this is only about 14% corrupt. You know, and I want to keep it about 14% corrupt. Maybe have a, you know, a couple of corruption, I don't know, reserves, I think is what I was really looking for. A couple of corruption reserves, maybe. Right, I'm just now going to dig straight across until I hit my elevator. Or at least more or less straight across. Because I'm not particularly interested, I don't really care about following the contours terribly precisely. I'm quite okay with just moving along like this. Just cutting straight across. I mean, yeah, theoretically, that there's a little bit extra for it to corrupt, but got some lovely shadow orbs, which I might want to deal with later. Also, might not. Oh dear, it's annoying. So much for that. There's obviously a little bit more corruption down here that I have to deal with. I don't know if that means that it spreads down here or if it's just... Well, I'm pretty sure actually that it doesn't spread through stone pre-hard mode, so I don't think that's actually an issue. Right. Oh, okay, there's just a little bit of a... Oh, but a gold chest there. What do we got? An extractinator. Turns silk slush into something more useful. Ooh. I'll have that. Now I could just mine away a lot of this corruption, this Ebonstone. But I think that would be even more tedious than what I'm doing at the minute. Let's see if I can get through. And I should also be very. I mean, should also be swapping between. There you go. I should also be swapping between my various pickaxes because now, seeing as I'm going through dirt at the minute, it's much quicker to do it via the Nightmare pickaxe because it's got that extra swing speed. Oh bloody hell! This goes down ages. Oh, it's annoying. But now that I've got stone, I'm much better off using the molten pickaxe because that destroys stone in one hit. So you're always having to kind of juggle between the two. This little spike of corruption is very irritating. Just getting in the way. Yeah, I think I'm going to do most of my hard mode prep off camera because it's not the most exciting. Probably some underground jungle exploration would be the next most. I think will be my next episode because that's going to be rather more interesting than watching me just dig. Even though digging is a very important part of Terraria, must be said. There's some water, great. How deep does this go? Wow, look at that. This is silly. Probably not the most riveting of entertainment. How deep does this ridiculous little spike of corruption go? I don't know if it can actually. I'm sure it can't. I'm fairly convinced that it doesn't corrupt stone pre-hard mode. So this must all be like naturally placed corruption, I guess. I wonder what that was. I might as well grab this while I'm here. I always found it mildly interesting that ore is never corrupted. It never becomes corrupt. So there you go. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'm just going to continue on with this for a bit. Hit like and subscribe if you've been liking these videos. Join us at nearlyenoughdice.com for role-playing game themed podcast and blog with weekly episodes. And until next time, dig for victory.